And now we do have Columbus Got Game. And I bet you didn't know that Columbus Got Game. So, Chris, thank you for joining us.
Oh, good to see you.
Absolutely. So tell us about you and Columbus Got Game.
So there I was in 1982. So yes, my name is Chris Poirier. I am the founder and game master of Columbus Got Game. It is our humble little local nonprofit expression to Columbus here, where we provide a safe space. We have 1,000 square feet for folks of all ages, but a lot of focus on youth to be able to play games for free or practically free. So we focus a lot on tabletop. We do things with RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons, Numenera, other things in different systems. But also, one of the things that we're really trying to focus, and why we're really here today, is to focus on esports and video games, and ultimately the careers that come out of the adjacent space there. So a lot of what I do here is we're working with the local school systems, Parks and Rec, and with Columbus State here in really helping grow their programs, getting people interested in the programs, and then helping them see where the careers are, where the opportunities are. And my hope and goal is just to be a catalyst here in Columbus, to be able to draw the communities together and to grow. So that's kind of the starting place.
Excellent. Great having partners. You're at the rec center here, right?
So yeah, right now what we're doing a lot is we are with Parks and Rec. We're at Frank Chester for their June and July. It's a pilot program, part of something they're calling C3, which is a collaborative effort here where Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, a lot of other nonprofits are providing programming for the summer, and we're doing things 6 days a week. Like, I'm going to hang out with everybody here, and I'm going to leave here and go straight and roll dice this evening with the folks down at Frank Chester. So it's really an opportunity for us to cross over into there, but also to give the kids an opportunity. And we ran a Street Fighter 6 tournament last night, crowned our top 8, and like I said, we're not charging, but we're still prizing like their normal engagement. So we've got everything from youth doing free play to some structured gaming to structured competitive as well.
That's great. So one of the wonderful things about Atlanta or Georgia for all of game development, especially esports, is that we have the full ecosystem covered. So we've got the game developers, Hi-Rez, Ubisoft, the Vertical Shift team, etc. We've got the professional teams, Ghost Gaming, FaZe, Rain, Talons. We've got the college teams, GSU, KSU, Columbus State University, more than 20 schools around the state with those, and especially the game dev programs. We got the Georgia Film Academy with an esports curriculum that they teach, and you can learn how to do esports productions. We've got the high schools, GHSA, the fastest growing sport in Georgia High School Association history, 175 high school teams around the state. And now the rec center level, and we've been advocating to the rec centers for a while. I've spoken to the full presentations to the rec centers of Georgia on adding esports. We've got Eastside Esports, Gina Dawson out on Covington, the east side of town. Sandy Springs, Roswell, they've been adding esports into their tech center, rec center curriculum. And, of course, in DeKalb, and I'll put on my DeKalb Entertainment Commissioner hat, we work with the Police Athletic League to put on esports events at the rec centers. They're great partners, great groups to work with. And one thing that all of these groups are finding is that the traditional rec center roles have been going away, and they need to find these new roles. The kids still need what the rec center provides in their lives. But the old reasons coming in to play basketball, et cetera, have gone away, and it is esports that are making the difference, getting kids off the street on holidays, keeping them in a safe environment, and, as Chris talked about, most importantly, putting them in a position where they're interested in skills. As you all know, we at the GGA say that esports are the Trojan horse to funnel the kids on into technology and tech design. Do the rec centers you work with, do they have programs in place, or what do you have in mind for what you'd like to be teaching these kids?
Right. So where we're at currently is we're actually in the developmental stage. So a lot of it is us like just getting systems into their space, getting space made available to us was the first hurdle. So we're there. We're doing a lot of open play video games right now because a lot of what they're doing is, are kids even interested in this? And of course we sit here and smile and go, yeah, that'll work itself out. It'll be fine. Kids are playing video games, so yes. And so where a lot of what we're doing is we're doing a crawl, walk, run type approach right now, is we're helping folks know that, A, we're there, that it's available, and then we're starting to walk them through open, friendly, competitive So getting kids playing games that are competitive, that are in esports, and then I'm hoping to work them into actually competing and getting used to open competing. And then it's going to be starting to introduce them to different types of curriculum that, we run in a lot of the same circles. So also do work with GCEF and been working a lot with PK and Ghost Academy and Todd and all that.
This is the Scholastic Esports Federation.
Yep. So, and then ultimately to the national level with NASEF and beyond, of helping put in those programs in the middle school, high school, and the Parks and Rec. So I know PK's been working on a lot of stuff that we want to hopefully test out down here that he's done and worked in Forsyth, that we hope we can transplant and introduce kids into those, and then also start getting people into the GFA programs and know that those types of things are available, that Cooper does a lot with us in GCEF as well. So all these different people, my main thing is helping expand the Atlanta community down here a little bit to further south, that we're all working on the same stuff, and then creating new centers of gravity that, just as we talked to some of the startup folks earlier, our hope is really to create a center here in Columbus for game and game development, that I see a community that is growing, has an awesome creator mentality, that if we start getting those kids younger, they can see these as viable career pathways that are not just attainable, but are very practical.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just Atlanta already. I mean, these are all around the state. We talked about Cooper with the Georgia Esports League. The GGDA started the Georgia Esports League. Cooper Von Russum is now the commissioner for that. And it was all over the state. I mean, it's not just with the GSUs. It goes up to Kennesaw. It goes up to University of North Georgia. It goes out to University of South Georgia, or Wiregrass Tech down in Valdosta. And, of course, Columbus State University was one of our founding members as well. So the interest, the skills, the development, we're definitely seeing it statewide. One of the great things about esports, of course, you have not just the skills as a player, but you learn the productions, you learn streaming, you learn content creation, you learn social media, so many different areas. What do you see, other than the playing, that interests the kids the most?
So honestly, and I'm really excited to see this, is I see, as we had Tiger Lily earlier, is the streaming and production part of it actually is where a lot of attention is going. And our own focus here at CSU, Ace, really found her spot in production, in streaming, in shoutcasting, and other members have found that availability. And then they started doing it on their own, got some experience. One of the team members recently just did some shoutcasting for Generation Esports, and their I think it's their summer league that's currently going. So there's just all kinds of opportunities. So if you love games, and a lot of us do, like, I'm a generalist. I play everything, because they're like, okay, Coach Chris, what's your jam? And I'm like, all of it? They're like, great, what are you good at? Sure. So a lot of that is really being able to get people kind of moving along and focusing on what's next. And I think that production side, that streaming side, is very practical, because if you're a generalist, just like a regular sport, you can get really good at understanding something, and we all are going to talk ad nauseum about the thing that we love, right? So it's really easy to be able to flip the camera on and just start. And I think that's what's great, is the cost of technology is now dropping,
Right.
that it's not, once upon a time, 5, even 10 years ago, it seemed unapproachable to do streaming. Now it's so easy. Most of us could do it from our phones,
Right.
if we had to, and be practical. So I think that's where a big explosion is truly happening.
All right, so where do people find Columbus Got Game?
So you can find us on all of the social medias at Columbus Got Game, all one word, or Got Game GA is our website. So you can find out about us, see our event schedule and everything right there. Come out and join us. We're free. We are here as an advocate for you. So if you want to do more and learn more, just come out, reach out, and say hey.
And you have Twitch and YouTube, or where do they find you?
Right. So I'm not streaming a lot. We do have a Twitch. I think that's our next expansion, is as we grow, is getting local streamers involved. That, just like Tiger Lily mentioned, that a team of streamers is your pathway to success,
Yes,
because I am one person. I have tried to be multiple people, but being a lot of different pieces is even better. So for sure.
And last question, you just mentioned having a team is the thing. What are your needs if people are interested in helping out?
Right.
What are you looking for?
So we led this conversation with nonprofit, which means that, yeah, the non part is really true about nonprofits. So we are a 501c3. People can donate right off from our website. You can donate. Otherwise, truthfully, one of the biggest things for us in building community is just sharing our events, coming to our events and supporting us and sharing with other folks that we're just available. It's that easy. If you want to be part of community, be part of it, engage it, and share it with other folks, and we'll grow. And we were COVID born, as we say, as a company. We started just before COVID started, and we survived out the other side because of people and viewers like you. So just thanks for the opportunity to be able to share a little more today.
Excellent. Columbus got game, y'all.